Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Are you receiving anything? Hello, hello? 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 Does it sound good? Hello? Connor? Hello, Connor. Hello, hello. Hi, Connor. Connor, hi. Can you hear me? I know. Connor, that was number 3. Connor, can you hear me now? Hello? Yes, it is on. Can you hear me? Are you sure? Hello, hello. Zane, is this good?
How about now? Is it good?
Connor, is it a yes or no?
We'll do that at school because they're leaving after the meeting.
Yeah, but they're going to be up here, right?
Yeah.
So in order to get a picture, I'll step out real quick.
I took one too of them in there, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'll get one of them actually. Oh, are they going to be here? The problem with this.
I'm actually remember Easter is all Monday conference. 8 through 12 all the same sort of block here. You know, there's like this block and that's I'm sorry, Mike. Yeah. 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 The hard part on that, I mean, if you saw, like, I mean, we're actually going to get Armstrong with a break. We have like $880 taken off our back. So it's me having to log in and fight and try and push it. You're on the other side. I mean, one day, I went to sleep with all the yeah. 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 And this will never be, you know, there's just no way. I talked to our staff person. She actually works on and did it before. She said all they do is they load all the information out, and there's some formula or formulas that come out with some kind of, you know, number which comes back, and that's what they use. The county themselves don't have any real say in the matter. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what we're doing. If you want to change the policy, you probably have to go to your state lawmakers. Yeah, I've reached out to these people. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's a different kind of shape. Yeah, yeah, actually, yeah, we actually have three levels. We heard it built in, and then we have the last I called her. I've been out all day. We were down in Pittsburgh and DC with Richard's girl. Yeah, come to the trail game. Oh, yeah. Not yet.
That's shoe? Like shoe shoes? Oh, that's easy.
This is Joyce. She works on the trip.
Yeah.
We roll it off.
Oh, yeah. He's fantastic. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a
We might disagree on that.
No, he's good. He's good. Well,
As you can see, we got County Commissioner.
we'll have to deal with it because I don't go there. I mean, the only time I go there is like in crisis. So I have hard stuff.
Yeah.
Well, so we're out of shooting. I mean, it's all civilized, but they have a shooting room. So I'm a valley girl.
She calls us.
What?
You call us.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. Okay. So you were to discuss that?
We got it.
Two.
Yeah.
What'd you get? 11?
Yeah. This is from the, this was sent to us from, the Princeton.
Oh, okay. Can I screenshot that?
Sure. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be doing Yeah, then people tell me this type of thing can help us work together and try to figure out. I hope that I don't need to. No, I think you got some details. You think how they were legislative, trying to get them to make the law. We have those. I think we'll support this, but
I got drafted tonight. This is yeah, last week. And it was funny. My daughter we have like the press, you know, understand.
Thanks for your patience, everybody. I now call to order the March 20th, 2024 meeting of the Detroit Area School Board. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a motion. Roll call, please. Here.
Mr. Butler? Here. Ms. Knight? Here. Mr. Lovett? Here. Mr. Public? Here. Mr. Maxson?
Here.
Mr. Paulus?
Here.
Ms. Stewart? Here. Mr. Townsend?
Here.
An executive session was held on March 20th, 2024 at 6:30 PM to discuss personnel issues. And I just, again, want to thank everybody. Sorry for the delay as we work through a couple of technical glitches. We have the elementary student council here with us tonight. They're going to do a presentation for us.
And as they're getting ready, I'd like to thank Ms. Mattis for the work with our student council and our student council members. Look forward to hearing about this, but they've done a great job over the last month or so on this project right here.
We do want to thank you. It is an honor to be asked to hear that you have worked really hard on this. I have been the student council sponsor since 2006, I think, at the elementary. And every year we do projects, and this is definitely a teachable moment. And we are the elected officials in the elementary school, and every meeting, kids were bringing different suggestions from their classmates. And after much talk about it, we decided what is our next step. What do we do next? So the student council took it upon themselves and surveyed students in grade 3, 4, and 5 using Google Forms. They had the data and they were able to present yesterday to our students who are putting success field. And they also presented to the entire 5th grade and received a lot of positive feedback. So we're honored to be out and share with you. So we're going to go ahead and get started.
As student council members are passionate ideas to us about different items that they would like to see in our cafeteria, breakfast, and lunch. Some of these ideas came from different fruits and vegetables last school year through the FFVP, which we will discuss a little later in this presentation. After bringing different ideas to our student council meetings, we decided to do a little more research and gather our information into an informative product that we could share with our
been able to properly share the data that supports our project.
Facts about the Fresh Fruit and Vegetables Program. The Fresh Fruit and Vegetables Program is a federally assisted program that provides fresh fruit and vegetables to children at eligible elementary schools. Its purpose is to introduce us to fresh fruits and vegetables, include new and different varieties, and to increase overall acceptance and consumption of fresh, unprocessed produce among kids like us. Last school year, the students of David Luch Elementary School were the recipients of the FFVP, and we were exposed to a variety of fruits and vegetables, and many of us had never tasted before. From what we tasted from the FFVP, it inspired us to try some of the fresh fruit and vegetables again this year for breakfast and lunch. Fresh fruits and vegetables that we were exposed to last year through the Fresh Fruit and Vegetables Program. Apple slices, pears and Asian pears, bananas, watermelon, honeydew, plums, blood oranges, blackberries, peaches, raspberries, grapes, pineapple, mango, and blueberries. And the vegetables were sugar snap peas, carrots, zucchini, green beans, broccoli, tri-colored peppers, and cherry tomatoes. Here's a list of some of the favorite fresh fruits.
Fresh Fruits and Vegetable Survey results. In 3rd grade, 34 out of 36 students participated. In 4th grade, 56 out of 60 students participated. And in 5th grade, only 39 out of 54 students participated. It's sad that many of the 5th graders didn't participate, even though they were the ones who had driven us to do this. But it turns out, earlier today, they had trouble figuring out the Google Docs and submitting it.
Most popular fruits in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Number 1 was watermelon, number 2 was strawberry, and number 3 was grapes.
We also surveyed the students about the idea of different lunch bars, which could be offered any week. Any week. Lunch bars, salad bar, a taco bar, a baked potato bar, and a pasta bar. Another idea was that we could rotate the different bars over the month, like the different types of cravables per week. Another idea was that every Wednesday we could have the bars in the cafeteria near or at lunchtime. Here are the survey results. Here are our top lunch bar choices. Number 1 would be taco. Number 2 would be pastas. Number 3 would be salads. And number 4 would be baked potatoes.
Another topic we discussed was new proteins at lunch. Our ideas were orange chicken, tacos that sides of salsa and sour cream, and before Easter, my colorful boiled eggs. For vegetables, we had fresh green beans and possibly have fresh fruit and vegetables from local farms or farmers markets. Here are our results. Our top new proteins to add were hard-boiled eggs, orange chicken, and then tacos with salsa and sour cream.
23.25 of 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students at David Leach Elementary would like to see fresh green beans served in the cafeteria for lunch.
For breakfast items: yogurt, glazed donuts, Creation yogurt parfait, fresh fruit and granola, keep craisins with the different flavors. Take cereal off the menu. It's too messy and can eat at home. Possibly pick what you want. For breakfast, rather than have it in the bag. This is our survey results. The survey results show that glazed donuts are the top choice of students, but we feel we have some healthy choices that are pretty close behind. 31% chose glazed donuts, 29.4% chose Creation parfait, 28.4% chose yogurt, 11.2% chose flavored craisins.
Cereal. 129 students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade were surveyed, and 48.02% said that they would like the cafeteria to stop serving cereal for breakfast. Why? It is messy. Many younger students spill the milk when trying to pour it on the cereal and when they're carrying it to the trash. Most kids can have cereal at home and get help from an adult with the milk. We need something heartier in our bellies to fill us up. Cannot be successful and learn on an empty stomach.
Survey suggestions for cold breakfast items: cereal bars, granola bars, pop bars, bagels, and overnight oats.
Hot breakfast items. The cafeteria would like to add a breakfast burrito, breakfast sausage wrapped in a pancake, breakfast sandwiches, hash browns, waffles or pancakes with syrup, and bacon. Here are the hot breakfast survey results. Bacon was our top requested in hot breakfast item at 22.9%. Students are also interested in French toast sticks, breakfast pizza. We have this for the first time on Friday, March 8th, and it was a huge hit.
Things we like and want to keep: Pizza Fridays, Asian and popcorn chicken bowls, buds and muffins, example banana buds, chicken patties, French fries, holiday lunches, tacos, chicken nuggets and tenders, creamy mac and cheese, grilled cheese, fish, and breakfast at lunch. We would like to have holiday puddings and meals once per month, even if there's not a holiday. At Thanksgiving, we had a holiday lunch, and this Monday, the whole student council got to try St. Patrick's Day pudding and liked it.
Pretty good. These are some things we would like to keep. See brought back. We looked for old menus to find these items.
cheese stuffed shells, buffalo chicken dip with chips, pepperoni calzones, breaded fish sticks, General Tso's chicken bowl, Southwest chicken bowl, Max pizza sticks, pulled pork nachos, beef macaroni with whole grain roll, pasta beef with whole grain roll, cowboy burger, Texas toast grilled cheese, hot turkey sandwich with gravy, sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, barbecue pulled pork sandwich, baked lasagna with whole grain roll, hot Italian hoagie, barbecue rib sandwich, chicken Alfredo pasta, chicken cheese melt sandwich, kibasi sandwich, French bread pizza, turkey and cheese melt, pepperoni roll, and walking taco and Italian sausage hoagie.
New items. This year has brought some new items to the cafeteria that have been a big hit and we would like to keep around. Loaded pierogies, chicken fajita wrap, chicken cheddar ranch hoagie, the leech burger, breakfast pizza, and a variety of yogurt parfaits. We'd also like the opportunity to try some new items such as chicken pea salad and kiwa.
Thank you for your consideration. If you have any questions, just ask us. Thank you again for your hospitality. We've had a lot of fun with this project, and we hope you have a great night.
You all for supporting them. As a reminder, they're just turning 11. So they're having 11. This was completely student driven. I wasn't even the editor. I had to tell them to stop making changes because I already sent it to Mrs. Edinger for the board notes. But they created all of the surveys. They distributed them to the children in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. And this was definitely a learning experience for them. And we thank you for taking time to listen to them tonight. Do you guys have any questions? Anyone have any questions?
I just want to say thank you to our wonderful students and to Mrs. Mattis. That was a fantastic presentation. We really enjoyed it. Thank you.
And you don't have to stay for any more of the meeting if you want to. You can go ahead out.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. We now.
And just so the crowd knows, we're going to try to get back to the second meeting of each month, celebrating something the kids are doing in our school. So next month, we'll have some high school, middle school kids in, just looking to celebrate. You know, that's what we're here about, and we want to make sure we're seeing the great things they're doing.
Thank you. We now have our student representative report, Connor Duff and Chloe Szymanski.
If it's approved, Kings of the Court will be on May 10th. Kings of the Court is a fundraiser where the boys play volleyball and it fundraises for student council. And the band is selling lottery tickets for a fundraiser for their 2025 trip. So make sure you ask any band members close to you if you're interested.
We're currently holding a March Madness tournament, which isn't really a fundraiser or anything. It's to raise awareness for colon cancer. It has to do with shaving your beard at the beginning of March, and then whoever grows the biggest beard at the end of March is the winner. So, yeah, that's going on. We also recently had a junior who auditioned in district choir, make it to regional choir. Unfortunately, she did not make it past that point, but I wanted to take this time to congratulate her and let you guys know. So yeah, I thought that was cool. Yeah, that's all we have.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We now have public comment on agenda items. Janie Borsch-Simon.
Okay. I'm a West Leechburg resident of 28 years. When, during the election, there was a sign up in West Leechburg that said, "We hear you, West Leechburg." And I think the first time in 20 years, this school board hears us, West Leechburg. I think this is the first time a school board is trying to help and lower our taxes, and I'm thankful. I am putting my faith into the board. I heard someone say that there's no one from West Leechburg on the board. Well, you have to run to be on the board. But we do have one board member whose interest lies in West Leechburg because this person has a grandmother that lives in West Leechburg. We as a community have to stop screaming at the board. I think you guys get it. What we need to do is ask the board, how can we help? Who can we call? And what can we do? I want the board to know that I appreciate everything that you're doing. Many of my friends from West Leechburg appreciate everything you're doing. And I hear you made a trip to Harrisburg, and I hope it came out favorable. And I want you to know that not everybody is screaming, and there's a lot of people that appreciate you. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much. There's no agenda items. Is it okay if I proceed with these? Is that all right? Okay. There's only 2. Is everybody okay with that? Okay. Natalie Schmidt from West Leechburg.
I apologize in advance. I'm rather nervous about this. Give me a room full of little children and I feel at ease. Give me a room of peers and I get a little nervous. Thank you, Janie, for what you just said. That is a lot of food for thought. And I do appreciate everything that you as the board has been doing. However, at the same time, I feel in being transparent and accountable. And there have been some things that I have commented on that I want to make sure that I address you as the board with as well. So, my name is Natalie Schmidt, and I have been a resident of West Leechburg for the past 11 years. I would like to make an impact statement on what raising the school taxes means to my family and I, as well as address some of the concerns I've had not only recently, but previous years and have commented. I appreciate the testimonies of my neighbors tonight and in previous meetings, and will not repeat their previous words, rather address other concerns. I was born and raised in this area and graduated from Leechburg. While here, I took full advantage of the small class sizes, the small community feeling of students and teachers knowing each other, and no one being just another number. The fact that you could participate in multiple clubs and sports without being limited to one, like some other schools around here. I found success here, which helped me achieve success later in life. Upon graduation from Leechburg, I attended college, got married, started a family, and even my teaching career, all thanks to the great teachers I had here. However, when tragedy struck my family in 2012 and I had to start over, I knew I needed to find a place my son would get the same experiences I did. Being a military family, we had lived in big cities where everything you could ever imagine was at your disposal, and even vacation destination areas with white sand beaches. But where did I come? Home. Here, to be around not only family, but to give my son what I commented before that I had here. Why do I say all of this? Because too frequently, when we residents voice our dissatisfaction with something, we are met with, well, don't you love this school? Don't you like the small school? Don't you like your students being able to be a part of multiple things? And so much more. But no matter how much we love this school or bleed blue and white, love is not enough. Love doesn't pay teacher salaries or for the curriculum, just like it doesn't pay my electric bill or to put food on the table of a very hungry and ever-growing 14-year-old boy, who, by the way, attends here. Money, unfortunately, is what we all need, but there is little to be given. And frankly, I cannot afford to give what I currently do, let alone any more, like I'm being asked. For my 3-bedroom house, I will pay between last year's school taxes without a rise this year and property taxes, $7,500 as a single parent. $5,000, actually $5,254.14 of that is school taxes alone. Now, also, when questioning our love and Blue Devil pride hasn't been enough to manipulate us into submission like good little taxpayers, I apologize, this is the part I'm a little upset about. We are met with, well, look at all the money that goes to other schools, and the blame is shifted to those that for whatever reason no longer choose to send their students here. Why? Has anyone taken the time to find out why those people have chosen not to attend here? For some, it may be that we don't provide the things they need, like extra special education help or health needs or a God-centered curriculum. However, for some is that they've become dissatisfied with what Leechburg offers. For some, the bullying by not only students but staff, the behavioral concerns in the classrooms that take away from the educational learning environment of others, or the unwillingness to cooperate with parents to meet the needs of their students is why. I cannot speak on all of those concerns. They're not my story to tell. However, I will say, for example, that my son almost did not come here for 7th grade due to the issues that were happening in the 6th grade class the year before. My son, loving the people that he knew were here, in my experience, begged me to come, and he's here, and I will say is doing very well. However, these issues are not a taxpayer problem, rather a school problem. I urge you to fix these issues, and it's a win-win situation for all. Remember, you need us, the taxpayers and families of not only Gilpin and Leechburg, but West Leechburg. You need us, and you need us happy. You need us because you need the money. You need our children in the schools to cut down those extra costs you've talked about and the funding, and you need us happy again. Fix the issues, keep the kids, cut down costs. Taxpayers can stay relevantly happy. In conclusion, not only are we tired of footing the tax bill, but we are tired of being manipulated into feeling guilty for speaking up time and time again. Again, thank you guys for listening to us and everything you're doing. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. And Mrs. Schmidt, I do appreciate your comments, and I'm really excited. A lot of the things that you spoke on, I think this is the first survey we've done to the community in maybe almost 10 years. And we really are looking forward to compiling that feedback to look deeper into some of the things, the exact things you mentioned. We want to know how we're doing and how we can do better. And so I personally am looking forward to seeing that and seeing how we can direct things moving forward. Thank you. Aaron, Intermediate Unit Report, Mrs. Stewart.
The meeting was held last night, but I was unable to attend. So I actually at this point have nothing to report. I do want to remind people that our convention is being held next month on the 16th, I believe, 16th, and it's at Indiana High School. And it's a great event, and I'll be there, and hopefully some other board members are able to go, and we can report back after that. Thank you.
Ms. Stewart, just to add to that, we're going to bring Ms. Deal up our food service because next year it is Leechburg's turn to host it. So we're going to check that out so that we're ready to prepare, or we're prepared for next year.
I knew we were coming up, so okay, great.
Lenape monthly report, Mr. Lovelace, Mr. Dunmeyer.
We're going to meet tomorrow, and the budget meeting starts at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to attend, they can.
Thank you. The Armstrong County Tax Collection Committee report, that's me. We have not been made aware that there's any meeting being held, so we're just standing by to see when the next meeting will be held, and I'll report as soon as we do meet. PSBA member liaison report, Mr. Paulus.
I do apologize in advance that it was on my phone that I'm going to be looking at. I forgot to print up the report before I left. So in our weekly report as school liaison, there will be a school safety and security board report seminar, essentially for the school safety coordinator. They're able to look at this report, go to the seminar. It's only 1 hour. It's May 8th, 2024, and it talks about what they include into the school security school board report. So every year in executive session, the school board gets a school safety report directed to the school board. So there's a seminar on what should be included in the report. The second thing, there's a PSBA Advocacy Day on Monday, April 8th, 2024 at the Harrisburg Capitol. You can earn a certificate now in cyber risk oversight for public education. This is now available on our PSBA portals for school board members and administrators. And there was one other one that was major here. There was revisions recently to instructional time. And I'm going to read this just because it gets a little confusing. So beginning with the 2023-24 school year and continuing each school year thereafter, school districts, careers, and technical centers and intermediate units must provide a minimum of either 180 days of instructional to pupils or 450 hours of instruction for half-time pre-kindergarten and kindergarten, 900 hours of instruction for full-time pre-kindergarten and kindergarten and elementary grades 1 through 6, and 990 hours of instruction for secondary grades 7 through 12. This change is the result of a new law enacted by the General Assembly in December, and there's additional guidance available on our instructional time basic education curriculum posted on the PA Department of Educational website. So it's essentially trying to get away of you don't necessarily have to do 180 days of school year, but if you can rather agree, if you can come to the terms of the 990 hours, the 900, or the other options, the 450 hours there, that if you can achieve those hours rather than the 180 days, both are going to be flexible, and you do not have to report which one you do to the state. So you don't have to say we're doing this one or we're doing that one. You just have to make sure that you're agreeing it, and then everything will be reported in our annual PIMS report. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Dr. Keebler is going to do the personnel section for us.
Before I jump into personnel, I just want to give a quick update. I don't have a spot on here today. First off, I want to thank Commissioner Chu from Westmoreland County, as well as Commissioner Shea from Armstrong County. I did send a letter out to our commissioners, and as I will do our update, what we learned from Harrisburg today, we need the support of everybody. We need the community support. We need our local legislators on there, because the way to fix what's happening in our community goes to a state law. So we have ways that we're going to look at to fix current issues, but it's going to be reoccurring year after year after year unless our legislators make some action on a law that was created in 1949. So I'll update through that, but I wanted to thank both of you for being here and being a part of our community with that. As I said, we met in Harrisburg today for the STEB board meeting. It was a quick meeting with the board members, but we had an opportunity that made the trip well worth it to meet with Renee Reynolds, who's the executive director of STEB. She did a wonderful job of really explaining her work over the last 33 years, fighting for what has been wrong with it. And she had talked that each time over a 5-7 year period, they had gained some traction to get something changed, and then that fell off. Someone changed their view, someone changed what was happening. So the continued effort she puts, I want to thank her publicly, because it was really shocking how much work she's put into what's happening. What she did share with us is some opportunities we have that we were unaware of on the appeal process, and really looking at properties up in West Leechburg. So there may have been sales that occurred that the seller or the buyer had extra money in for closing costs, which would have made the numbers higher. They may have bought the furniture in the house, which may have had the assessment value higher than what it truly is. They may have bought a lot or two next to it that goes into that number that may be a way to drop those numbers down. Ultimately, with those appeals, we would be able to drop the total assessed value down, which in hand would drop the taxes down in West Leechburg. So we will begin that process immediately to see what we can do from anything in the past as well as the current year to try to cut that down. She had given us the contact with Mr. Walker, who had worked here previously as our business manager, who sort of started this process. And we're going to work with him, work with Ms. Edinger, and really dig into this. So once again, we do hear what's happening. The next part of this, where she shared, is that Senator Fontana from Pittsburgh has put some legislation at the state level that needs our support. So my plan right now is to work with our solicitor to draft a letter for our community that we can post or have providing out to our community that they can send to our legislators. I think the more they hear, the more individual letters they get, the more action we will receive. As I talked about, Mr. Magnus has the 88 school districts working together to start that. Not all 88 are impacted by this. We are one of the extreme. As I shared with her today, over the last 7 years, West Leechburg's millage went up 13.85 mils. In the next year, it wants to go up 14. So in 1 year, their calculations are raising more than the last 7 years, which is unacceptable. So we will continue to look at our budget. We will continue to look at ways to support West Leechburg on there. But we also want to support the whole district because we don't want to flip it and go the other way. It needs to be fair. So as they started that process, it's not working. I just wanted to give an update of what we covered on that today.
If I could just add just the 2 dates we're looking at, April 17th, there's a STEB board meeting in Harrisburg. So we will, I think, file an appeal at that time or begin the work and hopefully have it approved at by their May 15th meeting. And if we're able to make some changes, looking back at the last 2 years of those home sales that have occurred, we would be able to do that in time so that we can have it in line with the budget. So we are working on this, and we just got back at like 3 o'clock. So we're going to provide a more detailed update on the 13th. Even though that's before this 17th meeting of the STEB board, we will have more information for you. Be sure to put it together in a way that everybody can understand it. And I just want to thank Mr. Maxon for going with us today and Dr. Kubler for driving. It was a good day and it was a productive meeting. Go ahead, you can do the personnel.
So we have personnel, item 6.1, the non-athletic supplemental.
Oh, sorry, that's me. Motion is needed to approve the 23-24 non-athletic supplemental as submitted, pending successful completion of all required paperwork and clearances. This is for Zoe Rosenberger, color guard volunteer.
Motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the 23-24 athletic supplementals as submitted, pending successful completion of all required paperwork and clearances. Blake Davis, track assistant coach. Chris Fabic, softball assistant coach. Amy Tassone, track assistant coach volunteer. Rachel Piano, track assistant coach volunteer. Todd Eisman, baseball assistant coach volunteer. And David Lennon, baseball assistant coach volunteer. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Do we have a motion to approve Tyler Leach as a game day worker pending successful completion of all required paperwork and clearances?
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the following 24-25 athletic supplementals as submitted, pending successful completion of all required paperwork and clearances. Devon Brown, boys head soccer coach. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to hire Nicole Silvis to the position of high school chemistry teacher, starting in the 24-25 school year at Master's Step 4, pursuant to the terms and conditions of the collective bargaining agreement between the district and the Leechburg Area Education Association, and pending receipt of all required paperwork, clearances, and testing.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to hire Leanne Stuckey to the custodial maintenance hybrid position, starting at her current wage as defined in the Service Employees International Union SEIU collective bargaining agreement, pending successful completion of all required clearances and new hire paperwork.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the 24-25 PSBA Insurance Trust Agreement as submitted.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion is needed to approve the year 3 renewal for Met's Culinary Management as submitted.
Second.
Discussion?
I hope they take some of the advice from the 5th grade.
I
Yes.
can add that they spoke today and that they're planning over the next 2 months to add some of the food items.
But not all.
They were going to try it.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the 24-25 purchase of headsets for the football team through Westcom Wireless with invoice terms as follows. $1,312.67 on and before July 31st, 2024. $1,312.67 on or before July 31st, 2025. $1,312.67 on or before July 31st, 2026. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the annual audit report for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2023, as prepared by the auditing firm Mark C. Turnley CPA, and authorize the administration to file all appropriate responses as submitted.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the budget transfers for the month of March 2024 as submitted.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to acknowledge receipt of the following financial reports and to ratify, approve the expenditures expressly set forth therein. The treasurer's report, cash receipts list, check detail report, general fund revenue detail, the general fund expenditure detail, capital reserve revenue, capital reserve expenditures, construction fund 39 revenue, construction fund 39 expenditures, food service revenue, and food service expenditures.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the disposal of equipment, gym mats, by selling to the highest qualified bidder. Discussion?
Were there any bidders yet?
Mr. Magic was meeting with someone today. I didn't talk to see, but I know there was someone interested.
That's good.
Yeah.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to combine and approve the following use of facilities request as submitted. Leechburg Football Mini Camp, Armstrong County Marching Band Festival at the football field, October 9th, 2024, Band Camp at the football field, July 18th, 29th through the August 9th of 2024, the senior class graduation practice and ceremony, May 28th and 29th of 2024, the junior class prom, auditorium grand march, April 27th of 2024, the junior class prom auditorium to decorate the stage for the grand march, March 26th, 2024, the baseball team auditorium parent meeting and pictures. This was for March 6th, 2024, and we need a retroactive approval. The pre-K graduation in the auditorium, which will be May 16th, 23rd, and 30th. 2024, the National Honor Society induction ceremony in the auditorium, April 4th, 2024, the PA State Police active shooter training to be held May 3rd, 2024, kindergarten screenings, elementary second floor, April 2nd, 2024, and the cheer parent meeting in the auditorium, April 17th, 2024. Do we have a motion?
Second.
Discussion?
I don't know if it makes a difference, but I think that the decorating would have been April 26th for the prom. And I don't know if there's March on there. I know you said
Did I say March? Apologize. April
It does say April.
26th.
Okay.
It says April 26th.
Okay,
Is that wrong?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, you had said March.
Okay.
But I think it's just because it's March. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have that. It was written down somewhere and I didn't want to
Okay.
be wrong.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to combine and approve the following field trip requests as submitted. Tri-M Honors Music Trip, Cogswell Music Hall, IUP, March 26, 2024. The Penn State New Ken Research and Student Engagement Expo, April 9, 2024. First grade to the Leechburg Public Library and Community Gazebo, April 19, 2024. The Life Skills Prom in Indiana, May 2nd, 2024. Fifth grade to the Flight 93 Memorial, May 2nd, 2024. Student Leadership Conference, IUP, March 8th, 2024, and this is a retroactive approval. Middle school students pick up PA, May 13th, 2024. Physics Olympics at IUP, April 15th, 2024, and the Creek Connection Student Symposium at Camp Conaquee, April 12th, 2024. Math 24 competition in Elderton at Elderton High School also on April 9th, 2024. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to combine and approve the following fundraising request as submitted. The Leechburg Football Mini Camp, May 5th and 19th, 2024. National Honor Society Change Wars, April 2024. Leechburg High School Chorus, King Crunch Popcorn and Pretzels, April 4th to April 17th, 2024. And the Junior Senior High Student Council Kings of the Court Volleyball Match, March 28th to May 10th, 2024.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to accept the donation for Hill Farm Homes of a concession shed at the West Leechburg baseball field as submitted.
Second.
Discussion?
I have something. Just want to say thank you again to Hill Farms for donating that. If you've been up to West Leechburg, you would see it is blue and white. Matches Leechburg's colors perfectly. And I just want to say thank you for that donation as well, because we did not have a concession stand and it looks fantastic. So thank you for bettering our community.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And I have to abstain. That is my husband's company. A motion is needed to approve the bus schedule changes as submitted.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the updated bus drivers and bus substitute drivers as submitted. Discussion? Motion, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the 24-25 school calendar as submitted.
So moved.
And we'll have some discussion. I think Dr. Keebler has some recommendations.
Yeah, I'm passing around a calendar option here. The one coming on is the calendar A that we put on. This past week, I've had some teachers come to me with the request of that later start date. I know we had a discussion about it last week. If you flip over to calendar B, it simply starts a week later. No other day changes throughout the course of the school year, but instead of finishing up on May 30th or May 29th for graduation would be June 5th. It's just a week later, and the students would start a week later. The pros and cons to that, after talking with some teachers, and I know it's something I had pushed throughout my career here on that, is the 3-4-5 start. So we have the Labor Day on the second week of school. So we have our young students coming in. They're not slammed in with 5 days straight that second week of school, trying to get accustomed to getting back off summer break. So I figured I'd put that option together there, open it up for discussion for anybody who has any questions.
I don't have a question, but I do like this. I think that as a former teacher of primary grade students, I know that the 3-4-5, like 3-day week, 4-day week, 5-day week is so much better not just for the students, but for the staff as well, because it's a very long day. And especially now that we have all-day kindergarten, those kids are even younger to have to be there for a 5-day week or a 4-day week to start. So I really appreciate you taking the time to come up with a calendar B.
And I think kindergarten brought up on the original one, starting on the 21st, we have kids who could have been in school for almost 2 full weeks as 4 years olds, because September 1st is that cutoff to enter kindergarten. So just, they were talking about that was one of the other pieces that stand out. So after talking with them and going through, my recommendation would be calendar B.
Okay. I'll let somebody else. So we just need someone to make a motion for which calendar they prefer, and we can take a vote on that.
I'll amend the motion to say if we can approve the calendar B for our school calendar.
I second that.
2024-25.
Oh, I'm sorry, second.
Any further discussion on that?
Oh, I'll add too, that the 2-hour early dismissals are a great addition. I know you had brought that up before, but I just, again, as being a former teacher, I know how important that meeting time is for the staff. So I have faith that now with these days built in, Dr. Kaber will make sure that there's more time for, you know, teachers to work together for their students. So thank you.
And I thank you for putting that and allowing me to put that in, because that is a critical piece that I think will tremendously benefit our staff and students.
Okay. So all in favor for option B, if there's no further discussion on that?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Motion is needed to approve the second reading of Policy 254, Educational Opportunities for Military Children, as submitted.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And public comment on non-agenda items.
I have a question if I'm allowed to ask it at this time. So a couple meetings ago, we brought up a potential, there's an A1 formula for a budget and an A2 budget. Mrs. Ettinger, as our business manager, would you be able to give another presentation at the next meeting about A2 and what that would look like if we were to choose that method, or is it too late to choose A2 method?
I don't know that it's too late. I'd have to reach out to PDE because in order to do that, they have to do, and I've said that previously, that they have to do some behind the scenes calculations. So I would have to reach out to them. He never told me that there was a deadline, but he just said you have to let them know as soon as you would decide if that's the route you want to go.
Is there a way that you can contact them just to see what numbers would look like, and then we could do a presentation on that for the taxpayers? Thank you.
And I guess this is kind of a moving target. So by April the 13th is our next meeting. We'll have some more information, April 10th. We'll have some more information from Renee Reynolds at STEB, so we can also combine that information hopefully into our analysis of these two, because they may begin to shift a little bit as we work on this.
Thank you.
And then Dr. Keebler would like to talk.
Yeah, last thing I don't have on there, I wanted to bring up to the board that's been brought through the superintendent's meeting. April 8th, we have a solar eclipse coming up, and the timing of it in our area is right during elementary dismissal, high school dismissal. Erie is at 100%. We're not quite at 100%, but it's supposed to start around 2:16. The most it's going to get is around 3:16. We dismiss around 3:10, and it ends there. I wanted to open the discussion up of, do we want to do a 2-hour early dismissal so that our kids are not being dismissed during an eclipse to keep them from looking into the sun. Our elementary PTA did buy glasses for the elementary kids, which I thank them for that, looking into that, but just wanted to open that discussion up to the board.
Did the PTA have anything in place to like work? Like they don't have anything in place to do something with the kids. I know they have the glasses. I know they ordered the glasses.
What we were doing to try to get through, my concern is just that they go out and they're out there but I want to be able to give the parents enough leeway to make plans for the kids if they are home early. That would be one of our options. I know that I did ask Mr. Durancheck to move that baseball game, so we're not playing that day. It was a section game against Summit Academy, but we will switch that to a date, and the girls softball had already had it switched from the other team. I don't think it makes sense to play a game when it's going to get dark in the middle of it. So that's one option with it. Other districts, some are closing, some are doing 2-hour delays. I just want to know what the board's feelings are with that. I think that, to ensure that they're not going out and doing things while they're with us, I think we can put some lessons in place and work with parents to understand that, to talk with their kids, and we can ultimately talk with them here. But a 2-hour delay may be beneficial during that time, so they're not leaving in the middle of an eclipse.
You mean it's a 2-hour
Early dismissal, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, no, I just want to make
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
they didn't have something planned since they had the
No, they
glasses to
didn't.
do
It's
something as a group, you know what I mean?
I have seen that there are a lot of districts that are having early dismissal or not even having school that day, which I don't see a problem with the 2-hour early dismissal. Again, that would give the teachers some time to group together on plans or whatever, or catch up on clerical work. There's always something. And then the students would all be there. We wouldn't have to worry about any of the students inadvertently looking up or whatever. And if it rains, it's just a free one for them.
That's
that
the
could
chance we got to
happen.
take with it. I mean, it may be higher probability of clouds, but we can't ever judge the weather
No,
here.
can't predict that.
I agree with Candy too. There are a lot of schools right now across the country canceling on that day or giving dismissals. So I would have to agree with that.
I also agree. I don't see a disadvantage to it.
Is there anybody that opposes that?
My only question is, and this is now I'm just the devil's advocate or whatever they're saying is, when was the last one and what did anybody do about it then?
It was in the summer. And the
Oh,
only
okay.
reason I
All
know
right.
that is I remember we were on a board retreat down at Dave and Buster's. And I remember going out as our admin team in the parking lot down in Pittsburgh. And we had the glasses looking up into it.
Okay.
So, but
that's-
it was in either June, July, or August. I'm not sure
Okay.
what the date was, but it was within the last 8 years that I've been here.
Okay.
But it was in the
That's-
summer.
That's what I just wondered, I mean, are we getting soft, But no, I think it's okay. I agree with having the 2-hour.
I will put a letter out to the community tomorrow letting them know that that's our decision.
And then for our next meeting, as I mentioned, those dates, that next STEB meeting is April 17th, and our next board meeting will be April 10th, 2024 in the high school library at 7 p.m. We will provide some kind of an update because things will evolve by then, but I just want everybody to know that the next STEB meeting will not have occurred yet, but there will be some information. Like I said, we just got back kind of late today, so we'll have more for you at that time. Can we have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Meeting adjourned at 8:23 p.m.